When the world is noisy, better turn life down. It's confusing on the radio. Better go out of town. Listen to some friends talking about things they know.
Baby carrots, everybody! Welcome to the Derailed podcast, where we talk about absolutely nothing. I'm Haus, joined by my other two hosts, Prods and Google.
Yeah, that's me.
There they are. And today is a very, very special episode. Today is the first episode where we have a guest, an actual guest. We'll introduce him right now. Hey, guest.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, Haus sucks at introductions.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
Who the hell are you, guest?
Oh, my name is Spencer. Welcome me to the podcast. Here I am. Hey.
Tepid hello.
I was laughing because I just posted a really shitty picture of Elon Musk in the Discord, and I couldn't stop laughing before.
It is good. I don't know what he's holding.
Why's your friend giving out our secrets, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I just walked away to go read a book. Sorry, I came back.
Yeah, what'd you read?
Something.
Just in the beginning, it just sounds like you're across the room.
I was reading the Bible, okay? I don't want to tell people I was reading the Bible. Whatever, I was reading the Bible.
What'd you read, dude?
Yeah, but
what
anyways.
Mark 3:16.
Oh, shit. All right, dog. But yeah, we have our special guest, Spencer, our first guest on the Derailed podcast.
Hell yeah.
A little bit about Spencer for the listeners, and I guess for the other two hosts. I've known Spencer for a long time.
True.
He's also an avid podcaster.
Absolutely.
He's also a very creative boy.
Very creative.
I believe you have a special project going on called
I do. Clear, bright, dark of night. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Tell us about that.
I can tell you about that, yeah. Or I can even tell you at the end of the show when it's time to, I can
absolutely.
plug it
but
at
I mean,
the end.
that's what he's got some cool stuff going on. He's doing some cool creative shit. He's also on another podcast with me, Wyld Katz.
Wyld Katz and the podcast, yep.
It's one big cross advertisement. Welcome to the
big cross advertisement
family. Yeah.
Anyways, we'll talk later.
Now I'm going to lose all my Norwegian and Swedish listeners to this silly little
No,
podcast.
you won't. No, you won't. They love you, man.
Yeah.
Don't be shook.
Let me just ask this, Spencer. How do you feel about getting deplatformed? Are you good? Are you keen on that?
Deplatformed, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Demonetized, deplatformed. I'm good with all of that.
Great, dude. You're going to be losing your PayPal, lose your Social Blade. We got everything covered. It's great.
Oh, Social Blade, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's important.
That's a good
Who
one.
uses Social Blade?
I don't know. Probably YouTubers. I have no idea what Social Blade is.
That's what you go to when you want to find out how much like a YouTuber makes per year.
Oh, that shit's not even accurate.
Depressed.
Oh, I make like $200 million because I get 10,000 views and it's 10 cents per view. But you actually have to enable ads. I just don't use ad block because I'm YouTuber friendly. That seems really intelligent, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, well, I guess we haven't even really talked about how our weeks have gone. We just got so excited about this goddamn guest.
Yeah. I got my rocks off. It's great. I just finished masturbating.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about Spencer being here. Oh my god. I can't wait to talk about Inglorious
Are you
Bastards.
tap dancing in the corner of the room? What are you doing?
Oh, we'll talk about Inglorious Bastards.
Here we build.
I love how far we are off the rails already, and it hasn't even begun.
I'm excited. I've been drinking my Diet Mountain Dews. I'm just jacked.
Is Diet Mountain Dew caffeine free?
I think it is, actually.
That's caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew. It's totally different.
Oh, there's
Is
a
it?
different.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
caffeine?
true.
No, it's the same. I don't know. I don't think they make a caffeine.
I can look. I can tell you right now. Hang on, give me 1 second. Let me just read the can.
Diet Mountain Dew is bad, but Diet Mountain Dew Code Red is actually really good.
Is that
good
diet
for you? Like healthy?
Yes,
or what do you mean?
it's diet Code Red. No, I mean obviously they're both completely devoid of nutrition, but the taste of Diet Mountain Dew, I feel like, is pretty acrid as opposed
I
to
can't live off of it.
I
Code
drink
Red.
Red Bull. It's got all the nutrients that I need.
Diet Red Bull.
Oof.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's actually diet soy Red Bull. It's got a lot of soy in
Oh.
it. It's got, all the healthy bases are covered. I got protein.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Horse
protein.
All
in
right, let's get this started. So, what did you do this week, Haus? Tell me, regale me of your stories of collecting fucking dust. Come on,
Tell me a tale of your
regaling.
bottles, please.
Regaling. Ah, yes. I went to a really scary Walmart.
Dude, what is with you and scary
yeah.
Walmarts and
Everything's
ghosting?
scary. Damn.
Spencer, can you tell me what's going on with his
Social
ghost
interaction
obsession?
terrifying.
Tim likes. Oh, you gotta edit that. Hang on,
It's
we'll
too late. Edit it out,
point.
dude. Name drop,
Edit
dead
point.
word name. Dude, don't
okay.
dead name him,
It's
please.
fine. It's
All
fine.
right.
It's fine.
Timina is the...
Edit point.
Tamina.
Well, Haus likes to go to Walmart and Buffalo Wild Wings and just local businesses and see what he can fucking get up to. Really,
I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
pick up girls, but that's fine.
I had a
He does-
horrible experience. I had a horrible experience at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and I don't tell very many
doesn't
people
surprise
about
me.
this. I don't think I ever told you about this, Spencer.
yeah.
But I mean, what happened at the Walmart can it's not that memorable. It was spooky. I felt like I was on Tatooine. That's all I really was going to say about the Walmart.
Like you were on Tatooine in the Walmart.
Yeah,
How
I
many
felt like I was on
times-
Tatooine because everyone there didn't speak English, and they were all like wearing.
No way
like,
that's possible.
Are you calling
Everyone
Latino
there.
people Jawas right now, dude?
No, I'm not saying they're Jawas. I'm just saying that everyone there looked like a Jawa and spoke another language I didn't recognize.
What town did you go to the Walmart in?
Seville.
Okay.
It's like this
That
brand new
adds up.
Walmart.
That adds up.
I actually
And
went to a Wild Wings in Beeville. It's very close to Seville.
Me and
but-
Tim are from Beeville, technically.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
from Seville.
no shit.
That's kind of fucked up.
Go Aville, dude.
From,
Yeah.
fuck, Aville sucks. Actually, I live really close to Aville,
You
too.
do live close to Aville. Anyway, this is an insane thing to be talking about.
That is true.
Okay, so you met some
You
weird
met some
people at
girls,
Walmart.
some nice Jawas, some
No,
Jawa
it's just like
chicks.
Tatooine because like I literally walked in and there was like some old dude who didn't really need to be on one of those rascal things they offer.
Oh,
but
those
he was
are fun
on
to
it,
drive around.
Yeah,
and he was just like belittling this woman in Polish or something. I couldn't even tell what it was. He was just belittling the door greeter in Polish or I don't know what. He was just going off on her and she was crying. And I walked by. Then I just saw like 8 kids with 2 jugs of corn oil in their hands, and they were running around with corn oil in the medicine area. And I was like, "The fuck is that,
Dude, they're gonna
And then I
cook
walked through
something. It makes
Then
sense.
I walked over and then I walked through the produce area. I was going back towards the general merchandise area, and there was just like no vegetables left. It was all just like ripped up lettuce leaves.
Oh yeah,
And,
the
like-
produce section at Walmart is so bad.
It just looks so fucked up. And then there's birds flying around in there. And I'm just like, man, this place is like Tatooine. I'm going to see something crazy. And then there's some like dude with like a fucked up face on like a floor waxer. And he's just going through the aisles. This is like at 3 a.m.
Dude, there's no
Walmart.
birds on Tatooine. They got no trees. Explain to me how birds
It's a
exist.
desert.
It's like,
Idiot.
I'm talking about like the purple dude with the bat wings that flies around that threatens the Qui-Gon Jinn.
You're literally referencing the first Star Wars. I thought, okay, that's a totally different Tatooine then.
Nah, they got
That's
they
not
got
Tusken
chicken-
Raider Tatooine.
Yeah, dude, I actually
that's
met
baby
a-
Tatooine.
Nice guy. He flies around and he, he likes to run pod races, kind of on the shade side, but
Anakin win the boulder race. Basically,
It's just, I don't know. I felt
like
I
a
felt very
Romanian
like
man.
I felt so alien there.
Yeah,
I felt like I was gonna get on my car and fly off the planet because it was just. I was like, I don't know where I am, and I
yeah,
don't
because
feel
he
safe.
believes in flat Earth. That's what that is. You hear that, guys? Flat Earth.
I'm gonna drive away and end up go to another
It's done.
place.
keep going, dude.
But no, I guess what Spen mentioned about Buffalo Wild Wings. I go there like during really weird times. I don't even order food from there anymore. I just go there and sit at the bar and experience the place on
Yeah.
like a UFC fight night.
I don't blame you.
One night I went there, and it was to pick up like food for like me and my brother or something one night. And
I want to hear the I want to hear the story, but I also want to get everyone's. Have you guys been to Google Prods? Have you guys been to Buffalo Wild Wings before?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. Wait, who doesn't Chipotle own Buffalo Wild Wings?
Arby's owns them.
Arby's does. Yeah, you're right. Arby's does.
Arby's owns Buffalo Wild Wings?
Arby's.
Yeah, they bought Arby's not that long ago.
I actually used to work for a local mosque, and so I was going there to case the joint for a backpack bombing. I don't know if you've heard of those, but I like to go to school shootings and whatnot. Oh, sorry, FBI 9/11 CIA.
What the fuck is
We're good,
wrong
dude.
with you, Google?
Yeah, dude, just go to
the beginning of the episode.
I want to ask what you guys' favorite flavors of wings from there.
What's that one that makes you fucking diarrhea on the set?
I was gonna say you had a bad time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You mean literally all of them?
Yeah, I thought
all
everybody
the
had a bad
sauces are
time.
garbage. There are. I went there and tried their like super hot sauce. Like I tried
the blazing one. Yeah,
that fucked me up a little bit. But I was like, this is just a concentrate. So I was like, this is not even really hot sauce. Like I argued with the waitress about it. I'm like, this is not hot sauce. She's like, oh, how do you
argue with her? This isn't real hot sauce.
I'm sure that was
Excuse me. Excuse me.
God, what an asshole you must have looked.
No, she's a cheater because it's like the whole. They have like a whole thing where you can eat like 8 of them really quickly, and you get fucking free 8 wings. Like woo. But
Are you cheating me with these wings right here? You're
no, but I told
me.
her like it's a concentrate. She obviously put a concentrate fucking hot sauce in here because it's like who the fuck in their right mind's gonna eat any of this? Like you'd have to be fucking retarded. Like you'd have to be missing half your brain to even do that because at the end of it, all you're left with is a free fucking bunch of chicken wings, a picture on the wall, and your ass bleeding hot lava for fucking 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a very enriching conversation for her.
Yeah, why didn't you just go to an Indian restaurant? That seems about.
It made her hang up her Buffalo Wild Wings custom jersey with a Velcro name tag that is completely replaceable.
Yeah.
You gotta bring your shirt back after you get fired. It's fine. Please bring your shirt back. We have new servers that we gotta
keep
trade.
the name.
Shenanigans. Put some flair on your shit.
Shenanigans.
The curry wings from there are really good.
I'm always a Parmesan garlic.
So you
boy.
should go to an Indian restaurant. Called it. Dude, easy.
Yeah,
I like when people try and take on Indian food. It's just a lot of like salt and it just tastes like
the salt levels on the curry wings of Buffalo Wild Wings is too astronomical.
Yeah, it's too much. I tried it once and I hated it. It was awful.
Yeah.
So why
I like
not
to
just
eat
go
them alone in my car.
You could just go to like
There's lots
bar.
of Indian restaurants. Yeah.
Dude, go to a bar in a fucking airport. Like I assume that's another.
Tikka masala, bro.
Yeah, it's like going to a casino to hang out. It's just all these people with oxygen tanks and shit, just chain smoking. It's like
I do that.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's the experience.
That's like my end goal in life, to be doing that.
Okay, but here's at the Buffalo Wild Wings. It was like a busy night. There was a fight going on. Of course, there's like a bunch of people from like a little league there. They're all celebrating, eating wings. I don't know why wings became such a celebratory food.
Flats.
Right.
But I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, and like it's funny in this bathroom because they're playing like some like Eagles on the speaker, and then they have like really shitty televisions in the glass panels on the walls over the urinals.
Right.
It's like going to the bathroom.
Sounds like a fucking nightmare, honestly.
It's fucking weird. It's like being in a David Cronenberg movie when you walk in their bathroom.
Dude, the Eagles really? It's just like you know why people go to Buffalo Wild Wings? Because food poisoning at Chuck E. Cheese is the answer to that, dude.
The pizza at Chuck E. Cheese is actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Fuck off. No, it isn't.
It's pretty good.
Say that out loud. Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's is it Chuck E. Cheese now or Showbiz?
When's the last time you had it? When you were like 7? Go fucking have some.
I have fucking like 9 nieces. I go there like multiple times a year.
And you hate the cheap beer and pizza? What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh?
So you know how good the pizza is then.
Oh, they serve beer at your fucking Chuck. They don't serve beer at our Chuck E.
At our Chuck E. Cheese, they do serve beer.
They serve beer and
way
wine.
too many drunk drive. Like the police would just sit outside of Chuck E. Cheese and pull people over. At
all right, kids, get in the minivan. We'll go home.
He's all right.
Taking your tickets and we're taking your parents away. But yeah, speaking of kids, this comes into the story about the Buffalo Wild Wings bathroom.
Let's let you finish that story.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bathroom. I'm at the urinal watching this, whatever the hell it is. And I'm done. I was like, all right, I'm going to go wash my hands. And it's like a fucking mess in there. And I heard this like moaning noise in the urinal, like not the urinal, but like the handicap stall. And I was like, whatever. And I walk over, ignore it completely. I start washing my hands. And then I just hear something walk up behind me. And I hear the moaning again. It's not a creepy moaning. It's just like a, what's wrong with them moaning? And I turn around, and it was a mentally disabled boy with his pants off and his penis fully exposed and him tugging on it. And to which I screamed similar to Homer Simpson would scream, and I ran out of the bathroom, which may not have been the best idea.
I mean, it sounds like that's the most optimal play.
No, that sounds like a no-win, no-win.
Staying in the bathroom seems very suboptimal.
Dude, comes out.
And I honestly was not. I didn't go to a Buffalo Wild Wings until like recently with a friend of mine. It was
in
like,
any way engaging with the boy.
You got to bring him.
I literally turned around going. I was just in my head like, oh my god, what the hell is this? And I turned around and just went. Whoa! And it ran away.
You're just like scarred now, like you're like a woman. You have to go to the bathroom in pairs now or something. Like, please come with me. Please come with me.
And when I ran outside, I like looked around and I was like, "Is there a fucking parent? Is there someone watching this child? What the fuck?
Who's wrangling this yartard? God damn it!"
And then I literally got in my car and sat in the car and watched for the kid to get out. And I was and he just never got out. And then I snuck back in and tried to make a grab for my food because I saw it was ready.
He's like the moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. Is that the name?
Was it a ghost?
He just lives in the bathroom of Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, dude, that's like honestly, my wife worked at a fucking mental health institute for a while, like dealing with like schizophrenics, everything else, and that is their number one problem. Is one, like before they outlawed smoking here in mental institutes, was like literally them leaving lit cigarettes in places, trying to burn the place down. And two, the most common issue is them fucking. That's like literally the whole reason why they have chaperones is because they will end up making other schizophrenic babies, which is a common, very common, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's like their number one job is to prevent them from fucking each other. If you can imagine.
Isn't that basically what happens in the movie Pandorum?
Isn't that what happens when one flies over the cuckoo nest? Yeah, exactly. It's correct, yeah.
The movie Pandorum, they all go into cryo-sleep and a bunch of schizophrenic people have babies and make a new schizophrenic baby society.
Wait, really? Holy shit. So that you worked at a mental health institute too. It sounds great.
Hey, so Prods, how was your week? You talking to an e-girl right now?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Hey, where are the thoughts at, dude? Let me see your chat history real quick.
Yo, how tall are they? Big or little?
Dude, he's messaging the retard in the bathroom right now. He's trying to get a hold of him to see if we can do another hit, dude.
Found the one that hurt you.
What did I do? I worked. It's been my busy season. Like it's
really busy.
Dude. Really busy. Yeah, that's what I've done. That and I know I did. I played Red Dead Redemption 2, got disappointed, and then I played a little bit of Fallout 76, and I felt really disappointed. Then I lost faith in all gaming to come, and yeah, that's it. That's all it is.
Just for heads up, the only pictures I've ever seen from Prods' work is him with his feet up on the desk. So I'm just going to throw that out as far as busy season, quote unquote. That's right. That's code word for
he has to put his feet on the ground.
Prods, what is a game that you have found not dissatisfying in recent memory?
Obviously Doom. Obviously Doom. Come on.
I think Doom is the best lore and story-based economy that you could.
Diablo 2 is a great game. I still play. Like, what is your point? Like, hello? Like, Diablo 3 lore sucks, and whether or not you want to admit it or not, it sucks.
No, it does suck. Yeah, it's terrible. Like, I don't play Diablo for the lore. I go to the Forge and destroy the Fist of Soulstone, then I fucking destroy fucking Bales and Diablos, and you're telling me in the third game, because the warrior in the first game fucked Adriana, the baby becomes possessed literally
by the fucking
fact you even know the lore of Diablo 3 is the most disappointing part in all of this, because I literally was so obliterated, I don't remember any of that shit. I don't know.
I bought that game. Actually, I bought that game while I was with you, Spencer, a long time ago when I was in the city.
Like
we went to that shitty. Yeah, we were at a shitty GameStop and I bought it because like, oh shit, Diablo 3. I bought the physical copy and then I played
I remember that. Yeah, I don't know.
I was trying to get you to buy BioShock Infinite.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
I don't know if you guys saw that fucking Diablo Immortal shit, but shoutouts to Blizzard for deleting and re-uploading the YouTube video to try and delete downvotes. Very cute. Very cute.
That's
But the
brutal.
upvotes stayed the same. Very convenient. Apparently, you know, YouTube is now helping people falsify their products because it's like it's over 700,000 downvotes now. It's kind of cute.
Hey, you got to get somewhere doing something. But Google, did we talk about your week? I can't remember.
No, dude. No.
No, Google, how's your week?
Let me just see here. Let me think. I don't know. I've done absolutely no. Like my cat has been going to the corner of the basement and just autistically meowing at a corner. And I don't know if we have mice or something, but I found out that there was fresh air coming in through like a sealed window. So I guess cat's still spurging at the wall though. I don't understand like what.
Maybe they
that can
found
also be a
Myrtle.
weird thing with them being sick. My cat's done that before too.
He's fine. Like maybe he has kitty dementia. I don't know if you ever had a cat with dementia, but it's hilarious in so many ways until they start peeing.
No.
Oh. But yeah, shout out the Derailed podcast if you can figure out why cats autistically spurg in corners. Hit me up on the DMs.
I don't know. They look at windows too. That's a thing they do. Like looking out a window.
All I know is that cats love to shit and piss in corners, and
Yeah, if you don't clean the
I've
litter
never seen
box,
them
it's
do.
not rocket science. What the fuck?
sometimes they just do it for fun.
Yeah, if they're not
Sometimes they
spayed
do
or
it just to
neutered.
spite you.
Yeah, probably.
They just
but-
do it to spite you.
I don't know. I wrote a bunch of fucking like the equivalent of yo mama jokes of like insults that have no meaning.
I feel like we can save those after we get ask Spencer how his week was.
That's true, Spencer. What did you do this week?
What did my week consist of? Honestly, I have not done much this week. It's been pretty bare.
Bare.
Yeah, what have I done? No, nothing of note. I
Is
honestly.
that code word for?
I was following
good.
some guy around with my pants down in the Buffalo Wild Wings bathroom. It was great, dude.
Yeah, besides that, nothing really. But we should get to what we're, sort of posed to talk about.
Jake Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is that Spencer came to me saying, "I really want to discuss this Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Team 10." I call it bullshit. He's really into it. I try to understand it to a point, and he felt that it would be interesting for him to bring it here to have a good discussion about it. What really feel out where we are standing on that subject.
Right.
For me, I mean, I think Spencer, it would be good if you just were to explain what the whole deal is with what's going on with that.
So
Logan
I watched the 8-hour documentary series.
Yeah.
What's that called? What is that shit?
So there's this
the Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson. Yeah. He has an 8.
You actually watched all that?
I watched literally all 8 hours of it. Yes.
Oh, fuck! You have a
Champion.
job?
It was kind of, not really though. Not enough of one to afford me not doing that. So I'd say probably 6 of those 8 hours are completely unnecessary bullshit. But when they actually interview him, which doesn't happen until the final episode, of course. And the whole premise that it's based on is that is Jake Paul a sociopath?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like-
probably.
It's
It's not rocket science. Like,
Most
what,
YouTubers are though.
maybe.
dude, if you're signed to Disney in any way, shape, or form, I assume that you're just dead inside. That there is just a husk of a
Here,
person.
I'm gonna break it down
Yeah.
for you, just using a different example. Okay, look. Aside from the Shane Dawson nonsense, here's an example. H3H3 turns his back on his buddy PewDiePie, okay? Because he said the N-word on stream. Okay? Instantly denounces him. Man, people make
That's why
mistakes.
women can't
No,
be
but
allowed
people,
like
people
that
make
shit.
mistakes. No, but that's my point, Google. People make mistakes. They say things, out of like the heat of the moment. It happens. Everybody makes a mistake, okay? But
Yeah.
he abandons his brother, the boy who got him a crap load of views. This dude used to go on his fucking like H3H actually when he made YouTube videos, and he went on his second episode of his podcast, which gave it a little bit of fucking like momentum, and this dude abandons him, right? And so now this whole thing with the T-Series thing that's happening. So he's fighting T-Series and he actually passes them. And then H3H makes a dumbass comment about how he thinks he basically generalizes Indian people and bro. Like, so basically he looks like he's the racist now.
I don't know. It's just
funny.
like hearing all these people always talk about equality and stuff. Like they always say, "Yeah, we're the voice of reason," blah blah blah. But then always
They're
say
all
the most
sociopaths.
ignorant shit
They're all
full-heartedly. say the most like ignorant.
Example of a sociopath. He uses like literally anything like that's going on in his life. He uses it as an excuse to kind of cop his way out of it. I used to love H3's content, but like I'm just saying, like now it's like, oh, I'm going through this, blah 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 blah. Like it's just a cop out. Like everything that goes on in his life, everybody deals with stress. Like you're on YouTube to make content. People like your content. Stop fucking making excuses to why your content sucks. The reason why it sucks is because it's not good anymore. Like it's just the same old bullshit, shitty jokes that like you don't like. I mean, what the whole new concept was? What, the podcast?
Well, yeah, that's it's like the old comedy fit. Like, first, Spencer, anytime anybody asks you if you have a job and you've watched 8 hours of fucking Logan Paul shit, you tell them that you're a social media analyst. That's the easy answer. Right? That's the fucking answer. I'm a social media manager. It's really difficult. I gotta watch a bunch of
I tried to get into that. Like, I saw everyone talking about it.
Yeah.
And I went into there and I said, "There's 8 hours of this," so I watched the last one.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes into it, but honestly, like, that's the thing too, is this the old comedy issue. It's like, comedians are good when they're edgy and they have nothing to lose and have no money, and as soon as they actually land some kind of deal or an HBO special, their comedy goes to shit. It's just the nature of, like, you're not struggling, so there's no actual decent content to work off of. And H3 has been dog shit for, I don't know, 7 years. Like, dude started with vlogs. I haven't been able to watch any of his content. Prods, are you done typing the Eagles, dude? Get your fucking keyboard away, dude. We're doing a podcast.
I got work to attend to. I'm writing work emails.
No, you do not have work to.
I'm doing work
emails. You can wait 1 hour, dude. Move 30 minutes. Turn that shit off for 10 seconds.
It's so hard. I gotta do these work emails.
I'm a social media manager for Eagles and Thoughts Are Nine. I gotta manage my hordes so they send me PayPal money. Dude, please.
I'm just gonna put ASMR in the description of this episode. Like,
I'm sorry.
Dude, by the way, I love the description of the last episode. Sorry, Spencer, you were saying, so 8 hours you sat through.
No, this is like so inconsequential. Who fucking cares? It's just, you basically, what you come to realize at the end of all this is that, like, no, he's not really that much of a sociopath.
That's what you realize.
Well, yeah, you kind of, a little bit, but like,
absolutely, I agree with that.
You also just realize, like, oh, Jake Paul is 21 years old and he has like $19 million. Like, yeah, of course he's a shithead. Like, he just has free range to like do whatever he wants and has a ton of money. Of course he's gonna like do weird fucked up shit with his friends. Like, that doesn't make him a sociopath. It just makes him a fucking rich 21-year-old idiot. Like, it's a waste of 8 hours.
It's the Lost Boys syndrome. That's what happens.
Yeah.
What are the two twins that he had to stage torturing? The Martinez.
Oh, the Martinez twins.
I thought that shit was really funny because they had these two like really cute little like Spanish boys, and they're just like, we had to get out of there. They torture us. they break our wall down. They smash our Legos. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that was too good. Honestly, I remember seeing that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What a view.
Like, and then like that. Who's the British guy?
Oh, Nick Brompton.
Nick Crumpton, baby.
Crompton,
I like. He's funny.
He's the greatest.
He's just like, no, all of that was fake. It was just all.
Yeah, literally just claimed that it was all completely fake. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, of course. It's like, it's for children. I mean, like, what the hell? And the Martinez twins are tricking children. I mean, like, all that stuff is really interesting to finally just see them, like, stop doing, like, smash the motherfucking like button, like, stupid shit for just a little bit, and you get to see them actually just talk about business.
Man, it's gotta exist.
I know, but when the Martinez twins were explaining their situation, I'm like, fuck these people. I want to just, like, punch them. I mean,
knowing that those guys are all just fucking filthy millionaires that are just making this
money. Give me the money.
The only thing about the whole Logan Paul thing in the Team 10 house that made me feel really grossed out is the dad. How much the dad is involved.
The dad's creepy.
He's like reliving his childhood and kissing children.
I know, yeah, that's fucked up.
Pretty much.
That's me.
That's you. That's your dream.
That's me if I was.
I hope my son gets really famous and I get to kiss all his groupies.
Oh god, such a bad vibe.
Working as attendant, dude. Listen, you got the Disney money. You got access, dude. You got all the access to all like those Nickelodeon feet or whatever the fuck. Tom Schneider. What the fuck?
Nickelodeon feet?
No, dude. The fucking Roy Schneider. I can't remember. No, it's Tom Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. There we go. That dude, like the fucking
Roy Schneider.
Rob Schneider. Indistinguishable, dude. the fucking foot guy from Nickelodeon. He was like, oh yeah, let me see your feet, girl. Oh, you're so hot. I'm just figuring it, dude. I assume that all of Disney's, not to get all flat earthy, but I just assume that all of Disney's higher ups are just, that's the fucking Illuminati pedophile ring right there. That's all of Pizzagate. It's just all of the Disney execs.
I could see that much more than I could see the pizza place being that.
Are you saying
when Pizzagate was going on, I had a horrible mistake with that. I thought because I didn't read Twitter at that time. I just didn't give a shit. And everyone's like, Pizzagate, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, is everyone talking about that time that dude was whacking off on live cam in a pizza restaurant on a sex website? And it was just like he would get up from whacking off to make a pizza without washing his hands and then like put the pizza in the oven, then he'd sit in his chair around with the camera and start whacking off again. And then 4chan tracked him down and sent someone there to pick up their pizza and said, could I have cum on mine? And then he chased him out of the building. I thought that's what Pizzagate was.
Dude,
for the longest time, I was like,
I thought it was like some embezzlement scheme. Like it was like the fucking Clintons owning that, that fucking airstrip in Arkansas that used to bring in coke or whatever. I'm like, oh, they're just embezzling money through a pizza restaurant. That sounds terrible. What is Pizzagate? Like you throw gate on there, I just assume it's some kind of financial fucking.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, people really care about this dude whacking off on pizzas, man. Shit.
Makes sense.
It's like, man, it's changing the world.
Dude, Prods, can you write me another email too while you're at it, you fuck? Hello? Prods? Hello? Prods, write me an email real quick. Can we talk about this, dude? Can we talk about this in voice?
Really?
Yeah,
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, guys, welcome to the Derailed podcast.
Welcome back to the
I'm
podcast.
Just, typing up something real quick here. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, you know what?
Just researching
Listeners,
Pizzagate real quick here.
Listeners, if you want to email us a big fuck you in all caps to Prods, go ahead.
Just go ahead and email Prods.
What are you
really
talking
enjoying the
about?
podcast.
Okay.
Let me give Prods his work email address out real quick. It's, he works at a Jawa Walmart real quick down the street. It's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude.
Give you the hookup on some droids via email, dude. He's busy tending to his eBay.
If I was really rich, I would open up like a market like that, like a super third world looking market, and be like, anything goes.
Yeah, just literally fucking get some.
Protect your shit. Sell it at whatever price you want. You could sell whatever you want here. No cops allowed in.
Dude, I thought that would be like, I knew these Persians when I was in college. Like I roomed with these Persian guys, and they were all like, the sons of princes and shit. And these guys
Like
were like
actual Iranian people?
Yeah. Like they fucking. So these guys always had the best weed, and they would always. Here we go with Prods again. God damn it, dude! I'm gonna fucking stab you through this. Dude, I am literally gonna hire somebody to bully you in fucking Doom 3 or whatever the fuck you play. I swear to God. Dude, anyway, so I'm living with these Persians, right? And these guys would constantly just lift weights and go to bars to start fights with people. But one of the other things, like they ran all of these weird furniture stores where they would sell like discount furnitures, and I always thought it'd be great to like see if you could get a hold of SpaceX like wreckage, in California, and then just get a Persian guy to try and sell that shit at some kind of fancy secondary auto shop. Like, oh, you like to buy part of Falcon 9 rocket? It's super cheap, not too cheap for you. $5,000. Like just. Because they do that shit with like fucking Star Wars, like wherever the fuck, the Albania or wherever the fuck where they shot Tatooine originally, like they sell. There's
Tunisia,
literally they sell wreckage from that shit, like the leftover remnants of the sets and shit, to people for super high prices.
Damn.
Makes sense.
You know what
economy do they have there?
Yeah.
I changed my mind. If I was super super rich, I would buy Oak Island, the one that has that History Channel show with those guys looking for nothing. I'd buy that island and encase it in. I would buy that island and encase it in concrete.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like that show. If you haven't seen that shit, what is that show called?
It's called The Curse of Oak Island.
Oh, is it? Okay. Literally 4 seasons of just people digging one hole in the ground for an entire season. Like,
and then they bring over some chick from like England and like, oh, this woman is the expert on Templars.
Yeah.
And she comes over and they met her at a pub at an airport in England, and she's like, I've seen this cross before. This cross is a Templar's cross. And all the guys going, oh my God, we did it. Oh, shit. That's like that's the whole show. And then it's always like, we dug 5 feet deeper in the hole.
We found a chalice, baby.
It's literally them just digging a single fucking hole in a Canadian island. And they, like every season, like, oh, we're gonna move the hole 6 feet. We're gonna go a little bit deeper this time.
What are
Hopefully,
they
we
looking
won't
for?
hit it.
They're looking for like gold. What are they looking for?
Looking for lost treasure.
They're looking for
some-
They're looking for the Holy Grail.
Oh,
or the
yeah,
Lost
like,
Ark
Yeah.
or some shit.
That was like
okay.
season 1 and 2. Like it's really it's filler while they talk to their grandpa or their ancient dad who has all kinds of weird purple shit.
Let's
on
get
his
the
lips.
Ouija board.
Ancient
Contact
dad.
grandpa.
Well, he's like
That's
95.
something like that's something dark in me that I want to do that just to destroy it.
Dude, I would
I don't know
love.
why.
Dude, I will throw down to encase that shit in concrete.
I would
That
pee.
sounds-
I would pee in it. I would pee in the fucking artifact. My pee would be everywhere.
What would that do?
It'd be me peeing on a religious artifact.
Yeah, dude. I would
You-
write an
oh,
email to my boss about
Oh,
peeing in
shit.
the artifact.
Oh,
It'd be
shut
great.
the fuck up, bro! Like literally, you don't message me all week, then you fucking come on here and try and talk shit. Your head should go.
No, I
off.
hit you.
Fuck
I hit you up
off.
like 3 days ago. What the fuck?
You said you were
was like-
talking to me about Red Dead and how I hate Red Dead. Like I know why I didn't like.
Dude,
Red
you
Dead.
said you hate Red Dead. I told you
I
about
don't like Red
Bloodborne.
Dead. Got
Oh,
me boiled.
well, if you'd like to buy a copy of Prods' Red Dead Redemption, hit him up on eBay.
I
He's
haven't
got-
used the internet thing. For
I bought it and it's in my jacket pocket,
No,
still in
but
its
look,
saran wrap.
explain this to me, okay? Look,
Hmm.
we're gonna make a prequel to the game we released in 2013, 2014. All right, we're making a prequel.
It worked for Star Wars, dude. What the fuck?
No, hold
Dude,
on.
I
Let me
love
just-
Western games, man.
Let
I'm
me
gonna
finish
love it.
this fucking one diatribe. Now, explain this to me. Why because in the other game, the fucking Red Dead Redemption, the first one, is it's in the whole point of the Industrial Revolution. Okay, this game literally only goes, I think, 10 years back, where the Industrial Revolution is starting. So please elaborate to me why I wanted a fucking prequel. Why couldn't I gone farther back during like the Civil War era, like a way better part of American history than some dumb shit with fucking Dutch and his stupid fucking gang of idiots? I mean, Arthur Morgan's a good character, don't get me wrong. But guess what? I don't give a fuck about John Marston anymore. Wanna know why? Because he died in the other game. Why would I care going into the prequel about the character that dies later
Hashtag
on?
spoilers.
Yeah, I don't give a
what the
fuck.
hell,
I am
man? I
ruining
didn't know
this
any
game
of
for you,
this.
okay? And at the end of the game, after putting in all
Shut up!
that time,
Ah!
you know what happens? Plug your ears, House. Plug your
I
fucking
thought we were talking about Inglorious
Okay.
Bastards. What
Here-
the
here-
fuck?
yeah.
Here's a question for you. Have you ever watched a movie for a second time?
Yeah,
No.
Inglorious Bastards. It sucked just as much as
Okay,
second time.
why? Why have you watched a movie a second time if you don't care about it?
Background noise like Seinfeld. That's all.
You've never watched a movie a second time for just pure enjoyment.
Well, no, I have. Reservoir
Okay.
Dogs I've watched multiple times. I actually really like that movie. I mean, there's plenty of.
So what do you get out of it the second time you've watched?
It's still an enjoyable experience. I still like it. I could definitely sit down, enjoy it, have a nice cold drink, have my little peppercorn. You know, there it
So
is.
you can't. So even though you know that John Marston dies in the next game or the previous game, however you want to view it, you can't enjoy it just because you know he's going to die.
Well, no, I'm not saying that's the defining factor of the game, but I'm just saying like it's like okay, John Marston dies. We know, if you've played that game for like the
Sure.
PS3, okay, you know John Marston dies, and his son.
I fucking know he does now.
Spoilers. Thanks, guys.
Okay, that's a
Well,
spoiler
you're
for the
saying
whole
like
game.
it was a waste of another title coming out. They could have
Well,
done
no,
something
they could
else.
have done it from fucking scratch. Like why? Like they do it in GTA. They're willing to fucking go and put new characters into the game. Why can't they do that for fucking Red Dead? Why are you giving me the same fucking storyline? I don't really give a fuck about. Like
So I don't think they really have like a storyline they can do.
they
At this
could.
point,
They
they're
could
just
do
like-
a fucking literally 1830s
Yeah, they played it
to
safe.
1840s, baby. That's like the fucking that's primo.
They played
time.
it safe.
They, played
Yeah,
it-
dude,
they,
if
they
they
don't
got-
want to touch on. They don't want to touch on slavery and the fact that black people fought in the Civil War to get their fucking freedom. No, we couldn't conclude that. That would have been fucking good to at least see in a game. Like what the fuck? There's plenty of other opportunities in American history where you could do it. Like I mean, and then explain this to me: why in Red Dead Redemption? Why do every fucking gang, like when I'm John Marston, have a fucking fort? Yet again, in this game, I have a fucking bunch of tents near a lake, and I can't have a fort. I can't have a
Yeah, dude.
cool
Why
big-
can't
they're
I have?
nomadic.
Yeah,
We
dude. I
can't
want
build?
my
We're not
Fallout
gonna build?
experience here. I want to be able to build a base in Purple Quaker Redemption.
No, that's
dude.
not
It's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
be-
I'm saying if you're gonna put in the effort of fucking look, like this is the whole concept of the game. The fact that you've committed a big robbery and you've stolen money and it's stashed in a town you can't get into because the fucking wanted level is so goddamn high. All right, and apparently you're laying low, yet you do almost fucking 4 train robberies during the main storyline. How the fuck is that laying low? Please, the storyline doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean,
Well, I can answer
and
that.
then, there's a point
You know
in
why,
the
dude?
storyline. There's a point in the storyline here. No, I'm gonna really fucking ruin this right now. There's a point in the storyline. Okay, I literally take John Marston's son, Jack, and I go down to the fucking creek and we go fishing. I learn it's a tutorial for me learning how to fish. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm there fishing. I'm catching some fucking rock bass. Okay, guess what shows up? The fucking two Pinkertons looking at me from Black Rock or whatever. They talk to me. They're like, we want Dutch. We don't want you. We know you're author. They literally know who you are. They know you have a $5,000 bounty on your head. And they're like, fuck you. We don't want you. We want Dutch. And you're telling me at this point, they don't decide to move the camp. They wait another 2 fucking story missions later to move. What? He literally goes and tells Dutch, like, Dutch, she's like, these 2 fucking detectives just approached me. And he's literally like, no, we can't move. I don't want to do anything stupid. I'm like,
Well, to be fair, one, dude, the reason why train heists, they can't chase, dude, the water level's fine for that, because trains are on rails. It's very difficult for people to chase you when you're on a rail.
Okay, well,
Two,
here's another little cutoff to you. I'm sorry, I'm just going to dominate this conversation.
go ahead, dominate.
You literally
I mean, I'd rather you be talking to us.
You literally
Then typing.
You literally have a point where you wear a bandana, okay? You wear a bandana.
Well, I would hope so.
Exactly. You're a cowboy.
That's why I
Shoot 'em
bought
up,
the game.
robber, okay?
Damn, this game sounds terrible.
Yeah,
It is
you
terrible.
You put your bandana on your face and you commit a crime. Yet, instantaneously, once that crime's done, wanted level. You have a bounty on your head, and they know it's you. So what the fuck is the point of the mask? What is the point of it?
You don't want any witnesses, man.
You have a mask over half your face. How are they?
Maybe you just did it badly, and that's what I
No,
found
you
out.
literally put it over. Like, it's even during the story fucking mission it happens. It cues you to fucking put it on, and then you get a bounty literally after it.
I don't feel as though this is a bad game. I feel that maybe you're just bad at the game.
How is that? How is that being bad at the game house? Literally, you are robbing a fucking
This is the
train.
dude with the game in his jacket pocket. So he's like, I think you've never played
he's
this
telling
game.
me I'm fucking bad
You're
at it.
terrible at it, dude. You gotta think like a robber.
And this is the guy that literally plays Sea of Thieves and drives into other people and acts like an asshole. That's
Dude, no,
fucking
see if
tiny.
dude, listen, no.
Whatever, man.
Like, I will
love that
tell you,
shit.
dude, Black Wake, like any boat game where you have a team of people, ramming people is the most entertaining shit in the entire game. Like, that's naval warfare.
Aside from that, though, but I'm saying, like, literally, it cues you in this, like, while you're doing the main quest to put the fucking thing on. But, okay, so I'm robbing the train. I collect all the goodies out of the train. I get on my horse. I start fucking off. I'm running from the law. I have a bounty now in that county. How the fuck do I have a bounty if I wore the mask the whole time during the robbery?
Your horse.
Saw your horse.
Dude, your horse. Yeah.
What the
Saw your horse.
I saw your horse. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
dude, we're looking for a purple
that's it,
pony
yeah.
with
It's like giving an
Yo,
accurate
if you
description
go
of a
like,
car back
remember
then.
from Trailer Park Boys, they wanted to go steal some car parts. They took Corey and Trevor's car.
Yeah, dude. You got to take a
gotta
different
swap your
horse,
ride.
dude. You got to swap your ride out.
When they stole the tractor
I'm
for
going back to work, Enos.
the
You
caveman.
Oh yeah, no, go back to work, dude. Heaven forbid we have a guest on, dude.
If you don't think,
We have a guest on,
dude. If your only fucking reasoning there is because they saw your horse,
Yeah, they saw your horse,
saw
dude.
your horse.
Dude, I swear to
well,
God. Oh, go
Saw
ahead,
your
sorry.
horse.
They have better horse identification back then. I mean, it's like if you recognize someone's car.
Right?
My
Yeah,
color-
exactly.
My color horse is the same as like 2 other people.
Yeah, they
in that
had
gang.
some dude sitting in a
Yeah.
building who's like, I've seen that horse before.
Yeah, dude, to Charlton Heston or whatever breed. Dude,
That
fucking.
horse was a black
I swear to
horse.
God, Prods, if you ever buy a VR headset and start bitching about the lore in Beat Saber or some shit, I will never talk to you again.
Oh yeah,
About the lore in Beat Saber.
Go back to playing Diablo 3. Okay, don't fucking.
I haven't been playing
lore.
Diablo 3 since I got fucking Destiny with Haus, dude. It's been great.
Wow, we've been playing Destiny.
Yeah, it's been
Wow,
great.
we're
Yeah,
RPGing
dude.
it up with guns. It's like Borderlands. But
Well, I didn't
with
say
more
there's any
functionality.
RPGs, dude. It's Halo. You don't like Halo?
No,
You're telling me
it's
Halo's
basically
bad?
it's Borderlands. It's Borderlands. It's futuristic Borderlands with a better storyline. Go fuck yourself.
Can we get back to
Really
Jake
isn't.
Paul and how Jake Paul's
Yeah.
penis is enormous, dude? Tell us more about that, Spencer. What are your thoughts on
is it
Jake
though?
Paul's penis?
Yeah, I think it's pretty sizable.
I need to
Honestly,
smoke.
we need to get to Inglorious Bastards. I feel like that's really the elephant in the room.
That's actually what I would like to put the cherry on top of, because I feel that we've stoked the flames inside Prods' asshole enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, if he's gonna go smoke, dude. Can I piss? Let's take.
I love Inglorious Bastards. It's like one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino
Of course
movies.
it is.
Yeah.
Of course it's your favorite movie.
I don't understand how you could dislike it. It is amazing.
He's busy typing an email real quick. He's got to write an email for his creators.
I'm bringing up the cast list. Okay,
dude, I hope you're just writing a Red Dead Redemption review on Metacritic, and that's what you've been doing this whole time. That'd be great.
Dear Metacritic, I'm going to firebomb your houses.
Dude, that'd be the best, dude. To just start every Metacritic with review with fucking Dear Metacritic. Like, dude, fucking, I could work at IGN. That shit would be so easy. Like, Dear Metacritic, 9 out of 10. What a great game, dude.
Dear Metacritic, I couldn't fit your entire game in my mouth.
Dear Metacritic,
I want a refund.
I couldn't fit Jake Paul's penis in my mouth. I love Inglorious Bastards. It's a great film. I really think.
All right, so you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, dude.
You tell me why you think it's good, and I'll wait.
So first of all, do you think the whole movie is bad, or do you just think Brad Pitt is bad?
Literally, it's not even just Brad Pitt. The movie is so fucking stupid at points. It's ridiculous. Like, I understand it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it's just fucking lazy. That's all it is.
What? Tell me what parts?
The movie fucking theater scene? Hello? That was the dumbest fucking scene in the world.
Which part?
Where Brad Pitt attempts to speak Italian with the other two fucking idiots that followed him there? With the dynamite strapped to their fucking leg? Please.
Right. That's supposed to be a joke, though.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be tongue-in-cheek.
No, I understand.
See, I feel like when you watch a movie, Prods, you get so into the movie, you find that...
I can imagine you pacing around the room while watching this with a cigarette in your mouth and a Diet Mountain Dew in your hand and being like, this fucking makes no sense. But, like, it's not... It's supposed to be like they're, like, gonna get caught.
No, okay, look.
Stupid.
Okay, no, hang on. Okay, so the Bear Jew and the other bastards killed the two guards, all right? And they killed Hitler. Now, instead of trying to get out of the cinema while it was burning, they stand there and shoot into the crowd. Hello?
Yeah.
Is that tongue-in-cheek?
Because part of their mission was that they were going to die. They were sacrificing themselves to make sure that everyone in the theater was dead. Also, you need to have the scene of them shooting Hitler in the face as the fan service scene. So that they need to be up on that balcony for that scene to exist. And I think that scene is pretty pivotal.
I don't think I'm that kind of fan. Thank you very much, you racist. How dare you, dude? You hate Germans, dude? Are you saying you hate Germans?
Anti-whites up all night. Anti-racism.
Fucking
no, it's true. It is fan service. It's true. I'll buy that.
It is.
So wait, what did he say?
Well, his points were that it was all for, it all served a purpose.
Everything in that theater scene needed to happen the way it did.
Oh yeah, dude! I can't wait till I kill those Nazis and I just bar myself in a burning building. It sounds like a really good idea.
Well, the point of that mission was that it was supposed to be a suicide mission. It was they knew.
I understand it's a suicide mission, but it's like it could have been it. Like they didn't have to be a suicide mission. Like they literally could have walked out of the theater.
But my patriotism.
Like they could have walked out of the theater and
my patriotism, dude. What if there's Nazis outside, dude? Look out!
Mm-hmm. Also, like the whole thing about when they came in with the horrible Italian accents,
right?
Like that was all very much so just a part of like the tongue-in-cheek that the movie was.
Yeah, because Christoph Waltz in that scene when he's talking, it's Diane Kruger, Christoph Waltz, and then Brad Pitt and his two Italian friends, not actual Italian people, but they are all pretending to be Italian. Christoph Waltz is not an idiot, and so he knows that. But he's like, okay, I'm going to let these guys go do whatever. Because he doesn't actually care if... His motivation, he doesn't actually care if Hitler lives or dies. He just wants to be known as the hero. Because you remember at the very end, he switches loyalty. And he's like, oh yeah, just paint me as the hero and we'll all be good. So he has zero motivation to keep the Germans winning or alive.
Yeah.
And he just goes up and tries to assault Diane Kruger in that upstairs room, so he doesn't really give a shit what's going on. And then
the thing is though, the whole movie they're going for Nazis, right? And I understand there's Nazis. Why not go for the fucking SS or the Gestapo? Like, why just generalizing Nazis? I mean, clearly they're looking for high-ranking officials, but it's like it's just like okay. I mean, for me, I just think the story could have been told a lot better. I don't think it was a good telling of Quentin Tarantino's of his variation of a World War II secret mission. I don't know. It wasn't a good movie.
Fictional tongue-in-cheek.
I understand it's fictional, but it's just okay. Going into if I go into a Quentin Tarantino movie, I understand that there's going to be jokes. I'm not saying I'm completely devoid of understanding how his humor works, but if you compare that movie to, say, fucking Jackie Brown or fucking Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction, there are better fucking, like, tongue-in-cheek moments in those movies than Inglorious Bastards. Inglorious Bastards was just lazily executed with those moments.
I think Inglorious Bastards is exactly like Pulp Fiction.
No, it's not. That's a goddamn leap.
I think
that's a big fucking leap.
I think it's
the conversations between Samuel L. Jackson and fucking John Travolta in the car, like those are little like moments where there are tongue in cheek, comedy between the two, right? And it's better. It works better because it's a scene where they're going to the next location. This is just fucking like, oh, we're just gonna add it in and be stupid. Brad Pitt's gonna have a fucking good old time. funny American accent.
I really feel that nothing in the movie was a wasted segment or just in there for the frivolous nature of it. It was just there because everything served its purpose. Every line.
Yeah, wait, Prods, are you saying it's? Are you saying it's immersion breaking, or are you saying like it doesn't actually serve the plot in some way?
It doesn't really serve the plot. Like it's not. It doesn't add into the next scene. It's just there. Like it's just like the idea that like you're telling me people are that fucking stupid at this period of time where they're like some fucking guy with a heavy American accent can say some fucking Italian phrases and nobody's gonna raise the question and be like, Like I understand that. Yeah, that was probably the joke about it, but. Still, it's not believable, nor does it even like go.
Yeah, he only talked to the one person, Christopher Waltz, who was the only person there that knew.
And he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, like how does he's the only one that knew? So you're telling me everybody else was.
And like even in the when he's getting the slug out of the woman's leg, he's just like, yeah, this is a stupid, shitty plan. And that was like literally it. And then they're like, all right. Here we go. It's better than nothing.
And also, you have to imagine as well. Like, if you're in a room that's like a movie premiere, and like 3 random fucking dudes who are pretending to be Italian come in, are you going to definitely notice them, or are you just gonna be like, okay, I'm just doing literally whatever I'm doing in this room? Like, you're not gonna be like noticing every single person like you're on like fucking like K2 synthetic weed high alert. Like
you're saying there are lazy Nazis. Like at some point there is a lazy Nazi.
No, but like
you're just gonna be in a room like you are in any room. Like you're not gonna be like,
okay, that's.
I bet there's some
but if
fake Italian.
Like for God's sake, Hitler shows up and he just cares about where the bubble gum is. He doesn't give a shit about the movie. Almost, he's just like, I want some gum. Give me some gum.
Yeah,
it's like cared about.
I would even argue.
Even the music cues in that scene are literally on the tin. I don't know if anybody else noticed that about that movie, but the cues are on the tin of the film. Like, I understand that might have been a joke, but I was like, why is that there?
What does the phrase "on the tin" mean? I'm unfamiliar with that.
Like they're actual like music cues, like the music that would play for the scene that it would show via the fucking reel.
Music inside the movie that serves the
it would cue it, and I was like, okay, like. And that's what I'm saying, because like Quentin Tarantino has amazing soundtracks and all of his, and I'm like, this is just fucking lazily done. I just didn't think it was good.
You know what they say? They say that Quentin Tarantino wrote like one script back when he was in film school or whatever the fuck, like back in like 1970s or whatever, and he's been sucking pieces out of that script for the past fucking whatever. That like every movie he's done since like Pulp Fiction, everything is all taken from the same script, or at least parts of it are taken from that first script.
I was surprised by hearing you guys, I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, talking about how you guys really enjoyed Hateful Eight.
I liked
2 weeks ago.
I hated Hateful Eight.
I know Hateful Eight was inferior in almost every way to Inglorious Bastards.
It was predictable. It was boring. It had a few good parts of dialogue, and then nothing.
It's obviously predictable from the fucking beginning of the movie. It's predictable.
Yeah, I would argue that
a lot of movies are predictable. Doesn't mean anything really. I'm still
too predictable. I mean, it's like the whole movie was riding on this twist.
It literally is not that predictable.
Yeah, it's more of a character study. Like
the characters are what make it. Yeah, the predictability.
Yeah, that's a character study. Like Hateful Eight is a character study more so than fucking.
I thought it had good characters. I thought that it was slow. I thought that it was boring. Not boring. I thought it dragged. Is just what.
The word. I would agree with that.
I feel like the pacing was off. Like a decent movie if it had been cut by like You could cut like 30 minutes out of that movie.
I think it's funny that you called that movie long. Yep. Do you know how long Inglorious Bastards was?
It's long, but I feel like it optimizes
It's fucking
its time.
really long.
Well,
and
when I watch Inglorious Bastards, I'm like, at the end of it, I'm like, oh, that was great, and then I want to watch it again. Like, it's just.
No.
I don't know about
That's how I
that, dude.
feel
I've
about
never
that
had to
movie.
watch a movie twice because that shit, once it goes in the vault,
I watch
it's
movies all the time.
yeah, in there forever. Like I don't
There's
know
certain
why.
movies that I will watch twice because I like watching them, and that's like one of them's like Saving Private Ryan because it's like a long movie and I can still enjoy it while I'm doing something else in the background.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like I think Hateful Eight when it got released or whatever, it didn't go to major at least in this area, it didn't go to major film places. Like Marcus didn't pick it up or anything. Like it had to like they went on tour and like showed it in private small shit, and then finally released it like after.
Yeah, they did one of the old grand theater nights.
Yeah.
The galas type thing.
So that's what I'm wondering too. Is like did he have his regular editor on board, or did he even did he just shoot the movie and throw the shit to somebody?
I don't think it was edited by the.
I think the whole movie he was just like wet dreaming about like, wow, I got this really great Panavision wide camera, and I'm gonna get so many good shots of like the wilderness with it, and that's like it felt like he cared more about the cinematography than the story in that movie. The movie looked cool.
What?
Didn't that shit come out the same year as Revenant did?
Yeah, it did. I think.
Yeah,
it did.
so that's what I was wondering too. Is he just fucking EP stroking against Revenant for Hateful Eight? Because that's what it kind of read to as me. Is like fuck you. Like I don't know. Like just I get the feeling like I don't know. Quentin Tarantino is petty enough a guy. I would imagine that if one director pissed him off and was releasing something that was Oscar bait, he would make a movie just to spite that person.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
don't think that's the case, but I think that I could definitely see that happening. I also thought, like, not to just nitpick, but I guess that's what we're doing. I feel like guy under the floorboards, that was literally in Inglorious Bastards, people under the floorboards. So, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, come on, let's not do a movie number 2.
Wait. When was that? When you're talking about they're in the bar and they're
When he shoots a guy in the foot through the floor.
No, I'm talking about...
shoots him in the balls.
I'm talking...
He's
okay,
talking about Inglorious Bastards.
In Inglorious Bastards, I'm talking about in the very first scene when they're in the rural house in France when he's trying to suss out the Jews that are in the floor.
Yeah, the Maudit family or whatever. Or
Yeah, they don't shoot up. They shoot down. They shoot down into the floorboards. So they know where they are.
Right, but they're still using a plot.
Yeah, but that's a commonplace back then, though. Like in World War II, where people would fucking hide. I mean, that kind of worked with the movie. What you're referring to in Inglorious Bastards wasn't like directly stealing from that movie. It was just like that was the buildup. You knew eventually the fucking gang members were in that fucking haberdashery, and you knew there was probably another hidden member. I mean, it was just the way the characters developed. It was predictable, but it's like that's what it was.
It was fine. I'm nitpicking, like I said, but it was I don't know. I didn't think that was a perfect movie. I thought there were definitely things I liked in it. I think Samuel L. Jackson had some good stuff. Yeah. Who else was good? I mean, I thought
Tim Roth was in it too. Pretty good.
Yeah, who was the woman who? What's her name?
Kurt Russell's like
psycho lady. She was.
I loved Kurt Russell in it. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I always like Kurt.
My favorite part of the movie was the Lincoln letter, and while they're hanging the guy, like that was like my favorite part of the movie, and then everything else just felt so slow and just I was not enjoying watching, even though I knew where it was going. I just didn't enjoy it.
No, that movie was a lot faster paced than you're giving it. Like honestly, it was a good build up for the characters. They got to the haberdashery, and that's when shit just started hitting the fan. Like that was exactly what needed to happen.
Jennifer Jason Leigh was the person I'm thinking of. Okay, I think homework. I will watch Hateful Eight again. See if I can maybe get a better.
I think it was good. I like that whole time period.
Watching Inglorious Bastards again. See if you might like it. We'll
I still stand by my thoughts.
Have you only seen it once? Have you only seen it once?
I've seen it at least probably 3 times. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen it about 3 times, but I can't get past Brad Pitt. Like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's my only.
I still stand by my original thought I made when Prods was away for a second. That Prods only doesn't like the movie because when Prods watches a movie, he gets really excited and puts himself in the movie, and he would just go, "That's bullshit! I wouldn't do that. This movie sucks."
See, Brad Pitt is a great choice for Inglorious Bastards, and I'll tell you why. Because if it had been any, I'll tell you what. if it had been anyone else, any just random fucking boring actor, that part wouldn't have been memorable at all. But because Brad Pitt does this terrible, like, really annoying, you remember it forever. Like I can still hear in my mind fucking Lieutenant Aldo Raines talking about getting them scalps, like, because it was such a, like, despite it not even being like a good representation of an accent that any human on Earth would have, you know, but it was memorable because it was like, it stood out. It's like you can, you know, love it or hate it, but like you at least you have a recollection of what it sounded like. If you said like, oh, what did this person in random X movie sound like?
Dude, I know exactly. I can off the top of my head cast better than fucking Brad Pitt for this shit. Watch.
Well,
you ready?
Who would you pick?
Tim Robbins is the first thing I would put on the top of that fucking list.
Tim Robbins, he would be too old.
No, exactly. It would make more fucking sense. Like it would
fucking
make
Kurt Russell as an angry old man leading the fucking platoon. I could see that. Like,
you know what? I would have replaced Brad Pitt maybe with Gary Busey Jr.
Dude, Mel Gibson, dude. I would put Mel Gibson as...
Yeah,
wouldn't that just be the ultimate redemption movie for Mel Gibson?
Yeah, he would never have done it, though. That's the problem.
Okay, well,
Wait a second. I have to pretend to like Jewish people?
Dude,
Okay,
Italians are Catholic. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't think he would have signed up.
Kind of Catholic.
I don't think he would have signed up. I mean, even his redemption movie Hacksaw Ridge that came out and got him an Oscar.
That movie was good. I don't.
Hacksaw Ridge was great. Hacksaw Ridge was great.
Movie.
I agree. But even that, he had to be killing Japanese people. Like he just cannot make a movie without having to kill some kind of racial group.
Yeah, isn't his dad like the head of some like evangelical Catholic church? Because those are like honestly, if you're an evangelical Catholic, like I don't think anybody can really take you seriously. It's like the most diet of religions, and I'm an evangelical sect of I'm gonna go protest abortions and stop all of this child murder because I'm actually a Catholic. It makes perfect sense. Like I don't understand, dude.
The logic is weak there.
Dude, how about fucking Michael Douglas, dude? I would put Michael Douglas in there. Done, dude. Done. Easy.
That'd be a weird choice. That'd be fine. But like, all I'm saying is, like it or not, he definitely made a weird impression as that role, and it was like very strange.
Well, and it was at the height of the divorce, the Angelina Jolie Brad Pitt divorce, wasn't it? I think so.
I think so.
No, I don't think that was true.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm just making facts up that I read on IMDb.
Also, like, considering, like, if I saw the movie and anyone else played that role, I mean, like, the fact is, like, I like Brad Pitt in a lot of other films. I mean, like, The Tree of Life, I loved him in The Tree of Life with by Terrence Malick. And then you see, like, him in a good role like that, and then he's in fucking Inglorious Bastards playing Aldo Raine.
And then he's in World War Z. Then he's in that movie.
World War Z is different.
Why won't you touch on
I
that
like
movie?
World War Z though.
Yeah, I bet
like
you
that
fucking
movie.
like that movie. I bet you fucking did. You're like, oh, it's Brad Pitt with his slick back hair.
Like there was some, I don't know, like his, like obviously the writer on that shit was complete dog shit, and like the amount of CG that just kind of, I don't know. There's like two memorable scenes.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Whoa, what a great movie.
Well, what was the one where he was the devil or whatever who worked with like him or fucking with wasn't it? Who's the dude from Westworld? I don't remember. Or fucking Hannibal, like the original Hannibal.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins and fucking Brad Pitt. Dude, I would watch a bromance buddy story like fucking, Seven Psychopaths or some shit. Like, dude, put Christopher Walken in there. Make him kill the Nazis.
We'll talk about this. Throwback to an older episode, Derailed. I was really into the movie Cool World, and Brad Pitt was in that, and he was awesome.
Yeah, he's
Dudes don't do noise,
I only rewatch Fight Club and Biodome, starring Paul. Dude, put Pauly Shore as Brad Pitt.
Hey, you want a hot take? I've never seen Fight Clubs. I don't give a shit.
Dude, you've never seen Biodome, dude. What the fuck?
I've seen Biodome over 100 times, and I can prove.
Yo, you ever seen Cube? Probably not.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen the Cube sequel, dude?
I got a hot take on Cube. I think
they take a retard through the Cube, dude. Listen.
I think Cube Zero is superior to all the other.
It is. It is. No, it definitely is.
Yeah. No, it is good. It is. They're making a show on Netflix too.
Oh, that's cool. I'm into that.
Yeah, that I was interested in. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking
Cube
Zero is number one. I'd say number two is Cube, and then Cube 2 Hypercube is obviously last.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Hellraiser. I feel like Hellraiser 5 with the guy that gets become into a Cenobite with the camera in his eye. Duh, so good. Great. Love it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like like Hellraiser 5, like they, I don't know, I watched like a fucking 2.5 hour review of like some dude reviewing all of the Hellraisers, and I totally forgot.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Yeah.
I probably watched it. He does a lot of horror movie reviews.
Yeah, some middle-aged D&D player who looks like,
he got long hair. He's got it. I know exactly. What
Great. Check him out on YouTube. Just look up Hellraiser, all the entirety, because that guy is a champ for sitting through every Hellraiser, because that shit is so bad.
After the 5th one, you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like Hellraiser 2 and 3, just fucking dog shit. But 4 and 5,
the first one scared me as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was a kid.
yeah, the first one was a fucking nightmare fuel. Like before, because they released, that was before, like, I think that was right before they started doing like the major.
And then I think the 5th one is where they tried to give the backstory to like the main dude.
Yeah,
like, he's like in World War I or something. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I don't care about this.
Dude,
We are angels to some, demons to others.
What's that fucking? What's the
clicking guy?
The vampire infection one that's on A&E or some shit.
The night one where they're in Alaska. What's it called?
Isn't that the one that Guillermo del Toro? No, it's a TV series.
No, the Guillermo del Toro one. I can't remember what the fuck.
Let me
it's
in.
It's a TV series.
No. Like it's like a contagion infection something.
Yeah, and like they run around Alaska and they're
that's 50.
No.
That's 50 Days of Night or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. You got that.
That's a terrible fucking movie.
That's
spooky vampires.
No, it's not vampires. They're just like single-celled fucking. They're whatever. There's some kind of worm infection.
I like The Thing. Yeah. That was my favorite.
Dude, The Thing is honestly the best movie.
Oh yeah, Kurt Russell putting fucking a scotch right in the chest master. That fucking
you cheating bitch! Like,
yeah, just fucking pours his scotch into it.
Honestly, like that's like that shit. I don't know why they released that shit in July, but they got I feel bad for John Carpenter because that shit is such a fucking opus of a film.
The Strain is called The Strain.
Thank you, The Strain. Hit that shit up because it's like
that show is very good.
It's got the coral. It's got that same fucking retard plot for people who have kids or whatever, and then they just they just ruin it. Like they just completely fuck it up, and I don't know. It's terrible. It's a shitty, cheesy piece of garbage, but it's an enjoyable piece of garbage.
Oh,
all right, I'm going to ask this, Prods. Do you feel that you might have seen new light when it comes to Inglorious Bastards, or you stay still?
No, I'm still strong on this one. I'll rewatch it and I can revisit this later, but I'll still tell you it's a piece of dog shit. I don't like it. I really don't. It's not.
Hey, not everybody likes everything.
No, but you can compare this to like his other movies. Like compare it to Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction. Like
I think they're very different movies.
I think Pulp Fiction's very overrated in my eyes. Right, that's just how I feel about that movie. It's a good movie, but I think it's extremely overrated. Now, Reservoir Dogs is a fucking favorite movie of mine. I
feel the opposite way. I think that Inglorious Bastards and Pulp Fiction are much better than Jackie Brown and Reservoir Dogs.
You're high. You're fucking high. You're high as a goddamn kite.
I'm not.
Reservoir Dogs literally is filmed in fucking 3 locations. It's the most
filmed in fucking
movie,
3D,
and it
dude.
still has more character. It has more character development than any of those fucking movies that you've even like talked about.
I mean, honestly, though,
because you don't know the backstory. You literally don't know the backstory. You only learn as you progress.
That doesn't bother me at all.
In reverse. I like that. I prefer the working in reverse. It just was a better setup.
I mean, if you favor strong character development, like, and
if I favor Michael Madsen walking around chopping off fucking ears of cops, listening to having a dance, enjoying a little bit of music, that movie was good, and I think it's by far like those fucking 3 movies are like the best ones that he did. Like, Django was okay. I didn't.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like Django.
Yeah, Django was good.
It was okay. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I like Leonardo DiCaprio saying the N-word. It's funny. He really looked awkward doing it. I
think Django was fine.
Inglorious Bastards wasn't good. I just did not like that movie.
I would watch a Django fucking side shoot of just the German dentist. Like I would watch that as a movie by itself. Like. Without getting preached at.
That's the same guy playing the Nazi in Inglorious Bastards, right?
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
Yeah, dude, put that dude instead of fucking Brad Pitt, dude. Got him easy.
No, put Tim Roth.
He plays 2 roles.
Yeah, Tim Robbins, dude.
Maybe John Goodman should have been Elderain.
Yeah,
dude, I want John Candy's corpse playing
John Favreau.
a Nazi, dude.
I want John Favreau in it.
Uncle Buck.
Can you guys tell me what the fuck is going on with the Groundlings or whatever the fuck that shit is in Chicago that's producing just Jeremy Piven's family's garbage
Did
shit?
you hear China attacked Russia? I don't know if you guys.
Who gives a fuck, dude?
What?
like,
I don't
somebody
care
told me
about
about
what's
that today.
going
I was
on in
like,
the world. What do you think this
boy.
is?
Who gives a fuck?
What do you
dude?
think this show is? Let the world burn. I mean, except for California. We're really sorry about everything
already
in
burned.
California, guys.
What happened in California? What is there a hurricane?
China
Burning,
attacked.
baby.
Oh, China attacked, dude. Honestly, let's just say this: North Korea, if you're listening, please just nuke Silicon Valley and turn that shit to glass. Because
Everyone in California, if you want to get over the burning, the fire, watch the movie Birdemic and learn how to save the planet.
Yes, dude.
That's right.
Birdemic is such a fucking opus of a film. Like that's,
It is.
dude. Let's get back to Jeremy Piven's shitty family and their ability to poop out garbage comics for SNL.
Birdemic is the cremaster cycle of B cinema.
Yeah,
Dude, I would put that shit at A cinema. I don't know why you'd say.
I think
B.
Birdemic is an incredible fucking film. I think
Yeah,
I don't even use the word film, and I want to use it with Birdemic because it deserves it. So
I think it was actually made in Bville. It's funny you mentioned that.
oh, is it? Okay.
I want to see movies made in Zville.
Yeah, dude. World War Zville,
Oldville,
dude.
baby.
I'm actually from World War Zville and Ramiro Drive. It's a great street.
All right.
Dude, why don't they make
Let's
a
look-
fucking city with just zombie-related names for streets and shit? Wouldn't that be...
Dude, if I was really rich, I would make my own city called Raccoon City and trap Mila Jovovich in a cage in it.
Dude, I would trap Mila Jovovich from fucking The Fifth Element, which is a fucking opus as well.
Fifth Element is absolutely.
Are you shitting on The Fifth Element?
Prods,
right now?
you fucking. That's why.
Ruby
That's why you have
Rod.
the tag that you-
I like some characters. It's good.
Do you
Dude,
just like think of a movie and then you just take the wrong
but
opinion
I
on
literally just
every
think,
one of
like,
them?
Everybody, you say this fucking film. I can talk to anybody about films, and they'll literally bring up that fucking movie every time. As I said, it's nothing special to me now. Like I've seen these growing up. I don't care that much about them anymore. Like
What's your favorite
I
movie of
want
all
new,
time? Reservoir
new
Dogs.
cinematic.
Yeah, okay, Blakey.
No.
Hashtag shout out to Blakey for not caring.
What's your
Prods.
favorite movie?
I didn't say Reservoir Dogs was my favorite movie. I said
Okay, what is
What's your favorite movie?
It's the
Why do you
most
wanna know my
forgettable
favorite
movie, which is why you keep watching it. I gotcha.
What?
What is it though?
Reservoir Dogs.
No, it's not Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, what is it?
It's The Fly.
The Fly.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's a good movie.
The
But
I also
Fly.
I really enjoy It Came From Outer Space, the original fucking
the Ed
what's it
Wood
called?
movie.
Yeah, like the movie that's in black and white. Like it's basically the thing more or less, but it's the original telling of the actual story. And then I also love The Thing. Like I like a lot of horror movies, like old horror movies from the 90s, 80s, and then even black and whites, like the original Night of the Living Dead.
Shout
I
outs
don't-
to Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's
No.
another good movie. I mean, I just don't like anything like that. Like from like the 90s, like you know, you're talking about The Fifth Element. You know,
Sure.
it's a good movie. I'm not going to deny that. It's great. I liked Blade Runner too, like you know, but it's just they're movies that people often mention. Like it's like, you know, they'll talk about it and it's like their go-to, and it's like okay, I understand that these are all good movies
Because they love it.
no,
yeah,
I get it.
I'm
They
saying,
love
like,
Because it was good.
Well, why can't I have any like good new movies in like this?
Oh,
century?
that's just
you know?
because-
like I don't.
because-
why am I getting regurgitated garbage from the 90s?
Because you're old and grumpy, Prods.
No,
I
it's
love
not-
RoboCop.
no.
RoboCop
No,
is
no.
one of my favorite movies. Still.
Yeah,
Like, I
RoboCop
love
honestly
RoboCop.
1 and 2 best. Like because
Yeah,
literally
it's so
because
good.
I can answer that because like movie studios don't take risks anymore. That's
They
really
don't,
the
they
core
don't
of it.
care
They used
enough
to.
about making the movie. That's it. They just don't. There's not enough.
No, they care about.
into it.
They care about.
Don't take
making
risks
franchises.
anymore. What about this Pokemon detective movie
Oh
coming
shit,
out?
that
Going
movie
on
was
with the
fucking
duck?
crazy.
What about the
yo.
Netflix Death Note live action, dude? Like no, like
That
fucking.
was so good.
No,
no risk.
they're not going CGI. They're not just going CGI like, you know, we're recreating them. They're going the realistic CGI route like the Howard Duck
Detective
path.
Oh, that would be
Pikachu
lit.
looks
bruh.
like so fucking terrible.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Oh,
I'm going to see it in theaters.
Live action Death Note on Netflix, fucking sick.
yeah, live action
It's
Initial
really
D. Get real.
Yeah,
that was
live
way
action
before
Initial
that
D.
piece of
Did you
shit.
like the live action Death Note? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Live action
watch.
Initial D was actually good. Boon
Dude, that shit was so
Did they
bad.
actually make that?
No, it wasn't bad. Yeah, no, it's good. It's not bad. It's actually not bad.
They also have live action Jinro on Netflix right now.
Dude, they have live action everything. They will literally pick up any piece of dusty trash and just throw it back on TV. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think we kind of closed the zipper on this piss fest on Inglorious Bastards.
I don't think we have. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna really pick it apart.
We'll get back to it on a later date. We're all gonna kind of. But yeah, we'll leave this up for another day to argue.
There's not really much to pick apart. I mean, you either like Brad Pitt or you don't, and you either
I think Brad Pitt doesn't bring anything to the movie. That's just honestly my opinion. I don't even know the German officer in the bar scene.
He
added more.
That's literally Brad Pitt for the past 20 years. Like, since Angelina Jolie sucked all of his life force.
Why add a hollow individual to the fucking movie? It's like, what's the fucking point? Like, it's real funny with his funny southern accent. Like,
I don't know, dude. Why is Jon Favreau still allowed to make movies?
I mean,
good question.
Tarantino's from Tennessee, and he likes to add a little southern flavor.
That's wonderful.
The thing I hate about Quentin Tarantino the most,
is
how much
bourbon.
How uncomfortable it
the good,
is.
the bad, the ugly, 310 to Yuma. Any of the old like fucking Western movies, they are a million times better with a fucking southern accent than whatever the fuck Brad Pitt was doing.
Two things I know for sure about Quentin Tarantino. One is a foot fetish, and it's always brought up with him.
Yeah.
Two, it's really uncomfortable listening to him or watching him speak in Ebonics when he's in a room full of black people. It is so uncomfortable.
I don't want to experience that, and I don't know how you have, but that's...
Yeah,
he's done it in interviews.
Hit us up on Twitter, dude. Send us your best Ebonics and or your best feet.
He was on like a Steve Harvey show or something. He was on some show with like black talk
way that
he was on a black
Tarantino
talk show host like
Steve
show,
Harvey.
And he was there, and he was like, "Hey man, I heard you like feet. We got some girls with some nice feet. Want me to bring them out for you?" And he's like, "All right, man. Yeah, I love feet, dude."
I just don't believe that interaction literally ever happened.
It really happened.
It does. I've seen it. Yeah.
Find me that video right now.
Okay.
I'm finding it.
We'll let Prods, our resident speed typer, go ahead and look that up.
Yeah. Why don't you email someone to send that to us?
Prod's name is actually Jamie. Jamie, why don't you bring that up for me real quick, Jamie? Can you get that on the TV, Jamie? I really need to see that. Man, have you seen this orangutan kill a small other orangutan, dude? Wow, dude, that's crazy. It's crazy. They're built... Sorry. I just slipped into Joe Rogan. Very sorry. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
fucking Joe Rogan. Jeez.
I'll find it for you later. I don't want to be...
Watch that.
Does anybody remember when Joe Rogan podcast was good? Holy shit. Wow, that was so long ago, dude.
Never listened to it.
Yeah, tell me more about Joe Rogan. How you love
Well, Joe Rogan, you see, my buddy Genome, he taught me all about Joe Rogan. It's Genome's a good friend.
People that you know online. Thanks.
Shout out to Prods, that guy.
For like walking and pacing around a room.
I was watching Joe Rogan's comedy special, and there's like it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
It's so bad.
He looks like he's going to explode in like he's so red and so bald and so
is it the
creepy.
Tyra Banks?
That's because he's hunting.
He was.
You don't like watching.
He was on a show with
gorilla,
Tyra Banks.
All right. Well, I'll watch this after.
Yeah, but it exists. It's there. And,
yeah, he literally says he has a foot fetish at literally a minute. Yeah, he says it. It's true. He does say that openly.
But it's also just uncomfortable because the more black people that are in a room versus white people, he begins to speak in Ebonics and be like, "Yeah, I'm not racist.
All right.
Yo, my dizzy and my rizzy,
yo. I'm packing some heat, boy. Check my gun." Dude, he just becomes a SoundCloud rapper.
Yo, got Jabberwocky love. I got big lips. I love barbecue sauce. Snapping my finger. This is how he talks. It's so fucking
Edit.
Dude, I would love to see him do fucking whatever. Do Ebonics on The View. I think that would be a great combination.
Yeah, I mean
that would be a good one.
Let's make that the next fucking Tarantino movie.
All right, let's fucking wrap it up.
Let's zip up this piss fest. As we may have mentioned earlier, Spen comes from another really special little project.
Yeah, give us your shameless plug. Do it like a fucking announcer.
All right, fair
talk
enough.
about it a little bit.
Okay, so I have a podcast / audiobook. It's a book I've been working on for the past 7 years.
Okay, that's enough. All right, no, I'm just sorry.
All right, cool, yeah.
Okay.
It comes out daily, Monday through Friday, and each episode is a paragraph or stanza from the book. There's 220 of them. I'm on like 33 right now. It'll go till July of next year, and they're all real weird and very digestible because they're about a minute long each. So If you feel like listening to some...
Is it short stories or something? What is it?
They're like... it's a lot of... It's sort of two different stories that are fragmented and scrambled all together. So you're getting like... Maybe 2 episodes in a row will be from one story, and then the next 3 episodes will be from the other story. But you won't know that, and you're sort of gathering the pieces as you go, trying to figure out what's happening until you eventually will become to... or will come to a greater understanding of what's happening. So it's sort of like a mystery that is unraveling as you go.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. You like Inglorious Bastards. I don't trust your judgment on what
That's fair.
But again, it sounds really cool. Now, where can we find that little podcast?
You could find it at squidcity.com. That's a place where it's hosted, but that's the most like basic place to find it. You can also find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, blah, 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 all the places that one might go to find podcasts. It's there. It's called Clear,
that's great.
Bright, Dark of Night. Maybe you'll enjoy it, and if you don't, whatever. Fucking go find something
for
else.
Our own shameless for our own shameless plug.
Yes.
We're the Derailed Podcast. We're found at thederailedpodcast.podbean.com, and you can also contact us at thederailedpodcast@gmail.com, as well as the Derailed Boys at Twitter. Leave us your questions, comments, suggestions.
Who runs the Twitter?
Obviously, Haus, dude. Just look for the shit posting. You can tell by the quality of the shit post that comes out.
Do you guys check the Twitter though? Google Prods.
Yeah, I check it.
Dude, do we have any hate mail? I was really hoping that we would get some foreign hate mail.
We don't have any hate mail this week. We had hate mail.
Okay, shout out to Haus's mouse mom then, or whatever, I guess. Let's see if we can get some... You were waiting for it. Got him, dude. Easy.
Yeah,
right websites, right.
I was waiting for it.
I held back.
Yeah, keep that running. Yeah, you held it in, I guess.
No, you had one earlier. You had at least one.
Yeah, before we started the podcast.
I was just biding my time. Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I got it out early.
Who's the guest that you're going to try and get? Bob Hickman? What was his fucking name?
Yeah, Bob Hickman. I'm going to try to get him.
Good luck.
He's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to get Fed Smoker, so whatever. I don't care.
Fed Smoker I can definitely get. It's just a matter of fact if he's in jail or alive right now. I don't know.
I'm actually going to get the musical group The Chainsmokers because they are the most talented artists ever created, dude.
Dude, they're wonderful.
I understand you're joking and trying to be ironic, but you definitely love them. Get out of here.
Dude, I have never listened to the I don't even know what they are. It's
I
like
guarantee you've heard them inside of like a store somewhere, but...
Yeah, probably.
Oh, God, it's like that shit. Never gonna wait for my life to be over. That's like every shopping place that you've ever been to is playing that song for the past 30 years. I don't know why. Like, what the fuck?
I love Christmas Mariah Carey. That's my only favorite song.
Oh, shit, dude.
Baby.
Blast it.
Dude, I was pumping gas and that shit was on the other day. I'm just like, this is just
good.
It's so bad, dude.
That's why it's good.
I'm trying to win tickets to a Michael McDonald concert this month. He's going to Christmas singles. I'm going to try to go to that.
Yeah, dude, we're going to go to the Mannheim Steamrollers and podcast.
I'm going to be the only person there without an oxygen tank.
Oh, wow.
That'll be great.
You're just going to be starting a mosh pit.
Merry Christmas.
It sounds amazing, dude. Thanks for coming on, Spencer. It was a good time. Sorry,
it was a good time.
I'll beat you.
Glad we can talk. Yeah.
Let's suck our own dicks for a second, guys. Let's just go around the table and suck our dick one time, guys. Let's just get one last dick suck in for how great our podcast is. Wow, we are the best at we're better than Brad Pitt at podcasting, you know?
That's
we
almost
start
definitely
weak
true.
And slightly robust. That's how we do it.
No way that Brad Pitt has ever done a podcast.
Fat boys.
So.
I'm leaving.
Goodbye.
All right, guys.
He's got to go type email.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.